Bad Boys for Life stars Will Smith and Martin Lawrence and is now the third entry in the Bad Boys series and the first one in the series to not be directed by Michael Bay. So for me, that's a plus. So I actually saw this movie back in January, but I didn't get a chance to review it. And since I'm still quarantined and the Blu-ray just came out, I thought now is a good time to review it so I don't have to do it in a catch-up video at the end of the year. Now I have the first two Bad Boy movies on Blu-ray and I'll give my quick thoughts on them to understand where I'm coming from with the franchise. The first one I thought was okay. I thought it was pretty good. Everyone praised this movie before I saw it as like one of the greatest action movies of all time, and I watched it and I was like, it's okay. It has some fun moments. It's completely disposable, but I liked it overall. The second one, however, I did not like. I thought this was a pretty bad movie. It was really style over substance. The action was not too great, and it definitely had that Michael Bay style of directing more than the first one did that I just didn't like, and so I didn't really care for this one all that much. So going into Bad Boys for Life, I was both excited because it's another Bad Boys movie, but it's one that's not directed by Michael Bay, but I was also cautious because considering how I thought about the second one, I thought to myself, let's not get too excited because I know how the second one was. Well, I'm happy to say that I really enjoyed Bad Boys for Life, and it's actually my favorite of the three movies. So just like the first two, Will Smith and Martin Lawrence, they are great. They are absolutely fantastic in this movie. Something I was afraid of going in was I was afraid of them losing it after all these years since the second one. I was hoping that they would still have that good comedic timing and they would bounce off each other just as well as the first two. And surprisingly, they did. They were the biggest thing of the movie that was absolutely great. It was so good seeing them back, and they hadn't lost it at all. And something that surprised me was the action in this movie was very well filmed and very well handled, because the first movie relied a lot on slow motion, which added to the cheesiness of the Bad Boys movies, but the second one had that shaky cam, quick cutting that just gave me a headache. This one, it's well filmed, well handled, and it's actually really exciting. Like, I thought the first one was exciting enough, but nowhere near as good as this one is. And the second one, I just didn't feel that excitement at all. The action in this one is easily the best. It's fun, it's exciting, and it was well handled. We also get introduced to a new set of characters in the movie, and here's where I thought the movie could tank a little bit. That it could lose its steps that it had from this point. Because when you introduce new characters in a series like Bad Boys, where we're so familiar with the main characters, when you introduce new characters, it could come off as they're annoying, they're not meant to serve a purpose, they're obnoxious, just get them out of here. But surprisingly, I like these new characters. I thought they had good charisma. I thought they played off Martin Lawrence and Will Smith very well. I thought they were funny and just well written, I guess I could say. They're written just enough to where the point that you care. And I think for a third installment for the Bad Boys movies, I think that's about enough as you would need. Now, something in the movie that I don't really quite consider a negative, it's just something that I didn't really care for all that much, is the villain of the movie. Now, the villain of the movie, I'm not going to get into spoilers. The villain's not terrible. Like, it's well written enough to where I cared. There's just some stuff I thought could have been done a little bit better. And without getting into spoilers, the villain does something that does set up a fourth movie. And when I saw it, I thought to myself, okay, I can see that happening. But the more I thought about it, the more I'm like, I could see it happening, but I just wish some things would have been done a little bit better. I don't know how best to describe it without going into spoilers, so I'll just leave it at that. It's not that I didn't like the villain. I thought the villain, again, was written well enough to the point where you could care. I just felt it could have been a little bit well handled, and especially with what the villain does to set up that fourth movie. In the end, guys, Bad Boys for Life is my personal favorite of the Bad Boys movies. I thought this movie was very fun, very action-packed. Will Smith and Martin Lawrence, they still got it. The direction's much better. The action's well filmed. I really like the new characters. And yeah, there's not much more I can say. I thought this was a very fun movie and definitely worth checking out if you haven't seen it by now. Bad Boys for Life is a Blu-ray purchase. It's not quite that Oscar-worthy level, but again, it's Bad Boys, I don't think they were trying to go for an Oscar-worthy movie. I think they were just going for a fun, action-packed movie, and they succeeded in that. So let me know in the comments section what you guys thought of Bad Boys for Life if you've seen the movie, and also let me know which Blu-ray did you pick up. I picked up the Target exclusive. It came with a cool poster. I like the slipcover artwork, but if you picked up a Steelbook, 4K, regular Blu-ray, let me know what you thought about it in the comments section. Like always, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you have any ideas on reviews or maybe other types of videos that you'd like me to try to do, let me know that in the comments section. I'd love to explore more because I'm still quarantined and I need something to do. So whatever your thoughts on that, let me know in the comments section. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, click right here, and I'll see you guys next time.